German cars in South Africa have never been cheap, but it's becoming increasingly more apparent that their prices are not slowing down anytime soon. Unfortunately for myself and most South Africans, they look good and have great performance, which is what people love to see and hear. So besides how it drives, which I'll leave to the likes of Muzi Sambo and Mr. How Much to explain, let's take a look at the tech that you get inside the Audi RS5. Hi everyone, welcome back to Life and Tech with SK. I'm SK. Let's go get some shots with the Audi RS5 and head back here to talk about it. First off, I just want to thank Audi Center Hatfield for letting me check out this car. Not sponsored, but if you want to go check out your new Audi, please go check them out. They've got many to choose from. Now, because I won't be talking about driving experience because I drive a 1-liter turbo Ford Focus, I'm hardly qualified. I'm just going to give you the specs on pricing and performance out front before I start talking about the tech. So this is the Audi RS5 fitted with the Competition Package Plus, and for pricing, it's going for about 1.5 million rand, which if you finance over 5 years with a prime interest rate at 11% with no deposit, you're looking at about 32,614 rand per month in repayments. For petrol, it's charging about 9.1 liters per 100 kilometers. So for my monthly drive, you're looking to pay about 3,131 rand per month at the going price. For insurance, I got a quote for 3,400 rand. Keep in mind that I'm underneath 25, so it could be high because of that, because most quotes are saying about 6 or 7,000 rand. This brings your total monthly cost to 39,145 rand. Keeping it blunt, you need to be in the top 1% to reasonably afford this car. But what you're getting is a 2.9-liter twin-turbo V6 engine with an 8-speed automatic gearbox that produces 444 horsepower and 600 newton meters of torque, with a claimed 0 to 60 time of 3.8 seconds. Now, you're probably still not convinced that is worth the price, and that's okay, because now we're going to go through the tech that you get offered for this premium, and then you can come to a conclusion whether you think it's worth the price. So like a well-made cake, cars have layers, and this one is no different. So let's start at the outside and work our way in. Looking at the exterior, for me, it's clear that this car looks great, but what helps is having these dynamic LEDs on both the front and the back of the car. I couldn't do any specific animations that you get on some of the other Audis, but I think this car isn't fitted with the Matrix LED options, or it's my fault and I didn't get anything right with the settings. Due to the fact that you have dynamic LEDs, that means you also have dynamic indicators for when you're turning, and these look really cool, I'm not gonna lie. You also get daytime running lights as standard, but that's also now standard on most cars, so not much impressive to write home about there. But like I mentioned, you get the dynamic LEDs on both the front and the back of the car, and while we're talking about the back of the RS5, you also get some nice features there. For one, it has a power tailgate, and what that means is that you can double press the boot option on the remote and begin to open the boot automatically. This is handy for if you want to open the boot before you get to the car, or if you're shopping at Woolworths and you forgot some extra bags so you have to carry things manually. Now, what's also handy is that you can close the boot in one of 3 ways. You can close it manually, but I mean, you drive an RS5, so why would you do that? You can also hold the boot option on the remote, and that will also begin to close it automatically. Or you can do what I did and press this button on the underside of the boot, and that will also begin to close automatically. Pretty handy features, and it's nice that you have 3 different ways of just closing the boot. Now, if you have a keen eye, you might have noticed these little circles sprinkled around the front and the back of the car. And these are all sensors and cameras that help while you're driving and parking. But I'll speak a bit about those when we get to the interior. And although the sunroof is on the outside of the car, the controls are on the inside, so I'll speak about that in a bit as well. But now you've just purchased your Audi RS5 and you're getting ready to drive off. So let's get into the car. But wait, there's one more feature just before you get into the car, and that is keyless entry. So if the car is locked and you go to grab the door handle and the car detects that the key is nearby, it will unlock the car for you automatically and let you in. Use at your own risk in South Africa, of course. So you open the door, and I had to take a small moment to talk about these frameless windows. Definitely one of the coolest engineering features on the RS5. But when you climb in, you're going to want to adjust the seats to your preferred position. Well, this RS5 comes with fully motorized seating adjustments. And not only that, but this also has memory seats. So once you adjust the seat to your preferred position, you can click this nice set option and select one of the 2 numbers. And now this seating position is now set as an option for later. Now, even if someone comes and adjusts your seats to try to sit in the back of the car, then you can just hold the number that you set your seating position to, and the car will automatically adjust the seat to your preferred position. Now that you're done with your seats, let's move on to your mirrors, which like the seats are also motorized. So you just select which mirror you want to adjust on the door handle, and then you can use the dial provided to then adjust the angle and position of the mirror so that it fits your preferences. But no trip is good without music, and this car is fitted with the Bang & Olufsen sound package, which sounds crispy, really crispy even, but I can't reliably show you that with my phone's microphone. Remember that sunroof I was talking about earlier? Well, here's how you open it. At the top of the car, there's a sunroof button, and the way you open the sunroof is by pulling it back, and what that will do is then move the sunshade all the way to the rear, and once it's all the way at the rear, it will then begin to open the sunroof. And then to close it, you just repeat the process by pushing the button forward, sunroof first, then sunshade second. Other controls that you can control up there are the interior lights, and as well you can also buzz emergency services using the SOS button that's present. Now you have the chance to customize the car to be just perfect for you using the infotainment screen at the center. Now I must be honest, this could take a whole day on its own, so I just want to highlight some cool features that you can use. Some you might use daily, some you might just use just once. Firstly, driving modes. There are 3 default driving modes that you get in the RS5. Comfort, which makes the steering and suspension really light, so which is good for your long drives. Auto, which makes the steering and suspension at a bit of a medium level, which is good for your daily driving. And then you get dynamic, which makes the steering and suspension really tight, which is good for your more aggressive type of driving. But you can also set how you want the steering, suspension, and even engine sound to be manually, and set it as one of the 2 RS modes, similar to how you did with the seats. Continuing with customizing though, you can customize the home screen and rearrange apps how you see fit, similar to how you would on your smartphone. But if you always need access to apps really quickly, like Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, you can set them as quick access on the right hand side of the screen. Speaking of, this car does have access to wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. I was just struggling to show it because I was recording at the same time. But the features don't end there, because we can also talk about the cameras and sensors that I was alluding to earlier. There are 7 different cameras in this car. 2 at the back to help you view anything near one of your rear tires, and exactly the same, there's 2 in the front that help you view anything near your front tires. There's also a rear view camera which comes with parking guidelines to help you of course park, but also to help you see if any objects are close to your car. Similarly, there's an exact same feature in the front of the car, so if you're parking forwards, then you can also have a sensor in front as well as guidelines to make sure that you're doing the right thing. And finally, there's a 360 view camera that gives you a top-down view of the car by combining all cameras that surround the car, and that just helps you see your car in 3D space. Now, no car is complete without a feature for you and your passengers, and one feature that I really want to talk about is the fact that you get Wi-Fi inside the RS5. So if your car's parked at home, it can connect to your Wi-Fi network and install any updates. But while you're driving, the car can also become a Wi-Fi hotspot for you, which when you connect to, you don't have to spend any data on your navigation or your streaming services. Similarly, your passengers and kids can also connect to it, and they can stream YouTube or Cocomelon for as long as they want. Now, for nighttime drives, you also get to use another feature, which is the interior ambient lighting. So you basically get to pick the colors of the interior lights of your car. Now, as standard, you get 7 options, but like most things in the car, you can customize it and make it your own and have a mix of a few. Finally, before I talk about the main event, which is the Audi virtual cockpit on the driver's side, I just want to blitz through some tech features that are not super cool, but they're nice to know. Firstly, you get a wireless charging pad in the center console of the car. You also get a USB-C port that allows you to connect your phone to the car. You get an electronic parking brake and automatic stop-start, and you also get 3-zone climate control, which allows you to adjust the 3 zones being the driver, the passenger, and the rear seats all at once or individually if you want to. Moving to the steering wheel, you get automatic rain sensing wipers, and if you're driving in manual mode, you also get metallic paddle shifters for you to switch gears with. Just below that, you get adaptive cruise control, and it's essentially just cruise control, but if it senses that there's cars in front of you, it'll speed up or slow down to make sure that you don't get into an accident. However, the cruise control only starts at 20 kilometers an hour, and then you can adjust it from there. For the headlights, you get an automatic mode, so they'll automatically turn on if it senses that it's dark outside. And in the rear, you get 2 USB-A ports and a 12-volt socket. And if you want to adjust the climate controls while you're in the back seat, you can do that as well, so the front passenger doesn't always have to adjust it for you. Now, that was a lot, but we're back at the steering wheel and taking a look at the virtual cockpit, which also has 3 designs. So in the runway setting, you have this display where the revs are the main focus, and oddly enough, the revs are actually coming towards you instead of away from you. But if you ever get tired of looking at your revs, you can just click the view button on the steering wheel, and that will push the rev counter to the side and make the map and navigation the main view. In the performance design setting, you get this kind of L-shaped rev counter with your speed underneath. And in the sports design setting, oddly enough, it's your more traditional look and feel, where you've got your speedometer and your rev counter chilling side by side in their circular enclosures. Now, each setting can be minimized, so to speak, to show more of the menu options that are available in the virtual cockpit. And those menu options are your navigation map, your Bluetooth and connected devices, your phone contact list, and also just some general stats about the car. So some stats that you can show are like G-force values on each tire, some temperatures, any doors that are open, and even the fuel range of the car. So there are lots and lots of configurations, and to be honest, it just looks really cool. And that is the tech in your 2024 Audi RS5 Competition Package Plus. There's actually a lot more I could go back and talk about with this car, so if you want me to go back to Hatfield and ask them to give me another run, please let me know in the comments down below. But I still have to ask, have I convinced you that this car is worth 1.5 million rand? Also let me know in the comment section down below. And maybe you can let me know if I must check out another car like a BMW or a Mercedes. I'll see if they'll let me get some time on it and maybe spend a day with it. That would be preferable. But yeah, that's been it. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and if you want to see less car content and maybe something more hands-on with other tech, please check out this video or any of my other videos on the channel. So I'll either see you there or in the next video. Peace.